che solo
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Articulation Phrasing and Articulation Club. Today is Monday, January 25th. How is everybody doing? Good? Okay, so I have two questions for you. First one is: did you receive the first part of first movement of Bandoneon Concerto? So everybody has it already. So you're one third closer to perform the concerto. Um, the second question is: did any of you watch the recording of the Bandoneon Concerto with Boston Symphony? Just Adele? Okay. I know I sent an email and I got some. I almost got to jail because I said that the concert was free, and people started to call and complain that it was not free. So, my question to you was also if you watched it, if you got to watch it for free, or if you had to pay. So, yes, Adele, you
Yes.
made a donation, right?
No, no. It is free if you buy a one-time pass. Then the dollar amount is zero. But then you can only watch it once because I tried to watch it a second time. Then no, you have to make a donation.
Yes, and that's what I told everybody. But the complaints went all the went to Boston, all the way to Boston Symphony, mentioning my name, saying that I told them that it was free, but it was not free. And so Boston Symphony contacted me and said, "Well, the concert is not free." So anyway, so if you want to watch it, you can watch it by subscribing and getting the free trial. Yes, Chiyu.
So I have not watched it, but I'll watch it once I fix my dishwasher. So on
Okay.
the Boston Symphony website, it says that you could have a free 24-hour free subscription, and that's the thing. If people want
Yes,
to watch it for free, they have to do that.
that is what I told um,
Yeah,
people, but you know,
it's not
um,
very easy to find that button.
I'll say
I
that
know.
John Williams told me that it was free. Then it'll take heat off of you.
Yeah, well, um, I don't know why I should get the heat, and if not. Actually, I was thinking that maybe we will watch it together at some point because I have an account and I could watch it with you guys. But so maybe we will do at least the first movement, not today, but we can watch the first movement together and see what's going on in there. Even if you watched it before, it will be good to watch it again, and then we can talk about it and analyze it. Anyway, that out of the system. So I'm guilty, totally guilty of lying and. Um, so another question. Did we say we were going to work on articulations or phrasings today? Ta-da, ta-da. Because I know that they're reversed. I think we said we were going to work on phrasing, and on Wednesday we go back to articulations. Is that true,
I
I
think so.
didn't
folks?
I didn't prepare LG Quemequeras, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, so then let's. I mean, anybody else that didn't prepare the Akamakiras?
Well, I started, but I'm not. I don't have it enough to express what I'm listening to and do it right. So,
Okay,
I mean, I made a
that's
start of
okay.
it.
So we can do the Akamakiras on Wednesday, and Chiyu, you prepare.
I kind of prepared only on the melody part.
Okay, okay, but let's talk about what we are going to do with all of these pages.
Good.
Okay, so if you look at the bandoneon excerpts that we have, It says bar 155 to bar 171, and if you look at the part, that's where it says tempo primo a due mani. That means two hands. But that's not what we are going to talk about. So let's talk about. So the first part will be a little bit complicated to play it for everybody. So we are going to start on bar number 7. Okay. You can look at it. Here's the thing. One of the reasons why I felt a little bit like, should I send them the whole part or should I give them the excerpts, is because I don't want everybody to go and start looking at the entire movement and then we don't get to work in the things that we need to work. But we are all grown ups and we can manage that ourselves. So I decided to send it to you. So basically, the articulations form in bar 7 and let's say to bar 18. It's kind of the same thing that we were practicing before. It works exactly the same way. So with the same intention and same articulation, same staccatos, notes that are going to be the trampoline, the bridge to the next note, and things like that. So then we have a part where we have two voices. This one. And I like this part because one of the problems that we always have is when we have to articulate chords. And in this case, we have only two voices. So we are going to work on those voices. The other problem that we had before is about how to count the beats in a long note like this one. So you're going to look at it. You don't have to play it at two hands. If you think you can do it, and it will not be a problem to work on the articulation, then you can work two hands. You can work in separate hands. You can work on the left hand and the right hand. You don't need to play both. The important thing is that we work in two voices in one hand at the same time. Okay? So we are going to go only to the downbeat of bar 30. So it's going to be bar 7 to bar 30. You don't need to learn it fast. We are going to work very slow on those notes. Same for this one. So if you want to work on two hands, work on two hands, but check on the fingerings because we had to make each hand to sound the same with the same articulations. No. Okay? Can we work a little bit on the first bar so we have an idea of where we are going to go? We are going to start very slow and it will be 3, 4. That's it. Everybody can do it. Do you have the right fingers? Okay, so let's loop on that bar and pay attention to the articulations. 3, 4. What is important in this bar? Number 1, The accent on the upbeat. So our foot goes down, and when the foot goes up, we are going to give the accent to the note. Let's practice that. 3, 4. Very good. Now we are going to connect that to the G, and then we are going to play the F sharp. The F sharp will be very dry, very short. Okay, so and if you look at my fingers, see the F sharp, it's, remember we said we are concentrating on the release of the button, not on how we press. It's how we leave the button. So 3, 4. Good. Now we are going to add the other two notes, C sharp and A. Now you don't see an accent in there, but we are playing the third beat, and the third beat is not as strong as the first one, but strong. So the way that we do the accent is by having our finger attack the note, not by pulling the bellows. So it's all fingers. Now we are going to go from the beginning, and we are going to do those 3 beats. 3, 4. And now the last beat. Again, we have an accent on the D, the down beat of the fourth beat, so let's do it together. 3, 4. So I don't want you to put tension on the bandoneon, on the bellows, and go. It's not that. It's with the finger. So now we are going to start from the beginning and do the fourth beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. How are we doing? Good. Francis.
So for the, let's say, the D note on the fourth beat, are we trying to raise our finger a little bit so we come down a little bit more?
Okay. Yes, but make sure that you don't lift too much to the point where your finger hits your button hits the wood in a very harsh way, and we hear clunk, clunk. So it has to be lifted, but at the same time not too far that we will make noise. So can you play from the beginning, Francis, once?
Three, 4.
Very good. So one thing that is important is to feel the beats very even and very relaxed. So pa di pa pa da pa da da pa di. Always the most important part of a beat is the one that you don't play. So you have to feel the ba di ba ba da ba da da ba di ba ba da ba da da. Otherwise, it will sound ba di ba ba da ba da da ba di ba ba da ba da da. You lose the beat. So ba di ba ba da ba da da. Okay, let's do it a couple more times. 3, 4. Good. So, Chio, show your work.
Okay.
Okay, so in here, what I hear is something in the middle. First of all, the first accent, more attack. So the second thing is between the C sharp and the C sharp is the main note, the A is the consequence or the conclusion of that beat. So not this. Yeah, too much of the A. I hear this. It's yes. Yes. So from the beginning, play it one more time. Good. Well, yeah, is the thing. I don't want people to be concentrating too much on the notes and how to make it sound. What I want you to feel is a beat. Because if you feel this, the articulations happen naturally. You don't have to think too much. Okay? And you will not lose any time in between. Who else wants to do it? Anybody wants to do it? Otherwise, I will name. Alex. Both Alex.
I have a question though.
Yes.
So in this score, there's like accents and no accents. Are they all implied? Because the second measure is probably the same as the
It's
first.
the same. It's the same as the first one. So it will. It implies that you have the. Okay.
Essentially, all the accents should be where they should be, and I shouldn't overthink
They should be
lack
there.
of the accents.
Well, normally, we put the first one. If you see on the bar 11, again you have the accents, and then the next part doesn't have the accents. If you're playing the same pattern, then we don't put it twice.
Okay,
The least amount of things that you have on the paper, the easier it is to read. So just play the first one for now. Very good. So the first one was too long on the F sharp. The second one was much better, and the third one was very good. So keep the third one. You can throw out the other two. Roydman. So very good. Now you add the minor second, and that's a common thing. We will talk about it later. It's a common thing to do an accent to have a minor second. You play the A sharp or yeah, A sharp going to be, and that gives a little bit more of an impulse. If you play it fast, if you play it slow, it retards the accent. That's a different thing. So we can use it in both ways. So everybody gets the idea of what we're going to be working on. So this part is pretty much the same from the beginning to bar 18. Okay, so this will be the same idea with the accents, short accents, accents on the upbeats, etc. And think about one note is the important note, the other one is the conclusion, or it could be vice versa. It could be the beginning and the note that leads you to the main note. But always keep the difference between the two notes. And when it's short, it's really short. Any questions? No? Very good. So work on the other ones, the double notes, the bar 19 to 29, or downbeat of 30. You work that very slow. That's not an easy part, mostly when you're playing with the orchestra because of the low notes and you have to count very well. And sometimes you can get twisted in there. Okay? This is going to be fun. We have a lot of things to work in this concerto. There are things that we will not be able to work, and because it's the solos, they're a little bit difficult, those solos. But we can work some things slowly, like all the tuplets that we have in that solo. We can work on one hand and try to get them done nicely. Okay? Very good. So I will see you in 6 minutes for the variation cloud. Thank you, everybody. See you.